Going on, everybody? I hope everyone is having a blessed day, a great trading year. And I wanted to I posted this on my personal Facebook page on November 7th, 2024. It's currently June 8th, 2025, and I just wanted to do a quick recap on where some of these companies are. If I want to add, take away, or what do I want to do going forward. I think it's important when you're making a portfolio for a long term, you have growth companies as well as stable ETFs, right? I have a couple companies on here that I don't currently have because they're leveraged, and I take a position based off if the market is bullish or bearish. So these are things like the leveraged version of SPY, which is spxl, which I wrote about in here, and the leveraged version of QQQ. During bearish market, I switch from tqqq to sqqq to get a little bit of edge. With SPY, I do the same thing. I switch from spxl to spxs, right? So those are positions that I don't hold for forever because I hold them based off how the market is performing. So let's just run through a couple of these and we can see if these were good positions and if they are currently still good positions. Let's go. So let's open up my Webull. The first one we're going to go into is SoFi. If we look at SoFi around November 7th, SoFi was trading at a current price of $11.92. It hit a high of $18.42, which was about 55% higher than the November 7th price. It hit a low of $8.60, which is negative 28% lower than the November 7th price. Again, it's been a very volatile year. We have seen the market go up and down based off tariffs, based off Trump talk, Fed speak. But SoFi is a company that I believe in, so I added at the low, and then I'm holding and I'm continuing because I do believe SoFi will be a 20 plus, 30 plus, 40 plus company one day. SoFi is currently trading at $14.24, which is still 19% higher than the November 7th low. And because I was able to average down at $8.60, I actually got a way lower average price than I did November 7th. And SoFi is well, that's not technically true because most of my stocks on SoFi, I had an average price of around $6.57, but it was still lower than the $11.92 price that the stock was at during November 7th. Okay, so we'll give that a plus. That's still pretty good. Okay, pltr. This is one of my biggest gainers since November 7th. November 7th, pltr was trading at $55.82. It's seen a high of $135, which is 140% higher than the current price. I didn't do the low because I should have maybe to tell y'all, but I'm skipping the low. The current price is at 127, which is still 125% higher than the November 7th price. And again, these were all companies I had prior to November 7th. And SoFi is a growth company that I definitely believe have a lot of room to go higher. The next one on the list, we're going to hit, I don't have VTI on here. I put VTO by accident, but let's check out VTI. I did do the numbers for VTI. On November 7th, VTI was trading at roughly $29,293. It hit a high of 302, which was only a mere 3% higher. It hit a low of 236, which was about a 19% lower, and is currently trading at 295, which is roughly 1% higher than the November 7th price. With all this information, I think I will take VTI off of my long-term list and wait for a fully bullish market to take a position in VTI, because then I will get to see the most rewards from VTI. But all in all, that stock is still profitable for me, but I will give it a C minus. The next one we're going to look at, so we did SoFi, pltr, VTI. Let's look into the SPYs. On November 7th, SPY was trading at $500 and roughly $92. It hit a high of 611, which was about 3% higher. Hit a low of 482, which is roughly 19% lower, and it's currently trading at almost $600, which is only 1.3% higher. But again, this is in a bear market, so not a volatile market. So I'm happy. I know that SPY overall in the long term will continue running up, just as QQQ will, and that is a stable position for me. I will not go into the SPXL because I switched from XPSL to SPXS during the bearish. We had two pretty much bearish sessions this year so far, and I was able to switch and capitalize on the movement downwards. Same thing I did with tqqq. I switched to SQQQ and capitalize on the movement downwards. But because SPY is still profitable, we're gonna give that a C minus because the performance is still very low, 1.3. We could have had more money in different assets, but I am still very happy because it's a stable asset. Next one we're gonna look at is the Qs. So we're gonna look at QQQ. November 11th, QQQ was trading at $512 roughly. It hit a high of 540, which was about 5.5% higher. It hit a low of 402 during April, as every stock dropped during April, which was about 21% lower, and it is currently trading at 530, which is roughly 3.5% higher. So we're gonna, did I say that right? It is currently, yep, I did. So we're gonna give that a C, not a C minus, but that stock is profitable as well. So every single position from November 7th to now is currently in the money. We've seen a high on every one, and if you're a knowledgeable trader and you know that these are all long-term positions, you're not worried about the dip. You're adding to the dip. And again, this is an investment advice. Of course, I want you to go and talk to a professional. Read the disclaimer in my bio. This is for educational purposes only, but I'm just taking you through what I am doing and where I am currently at based off some of the positions that I find valuable. Okay, so I think that's pretty much it. To make a long story short, VTI, I will be looking for a replacement for VTI. Everything else is doing fantastic to me. SoFi is looking good. pltr is the darling of the stock market currently, next to Nvidia. If Nvidia is the mom, pltr is the dad, and everything else is looking pretty good. And we're just gonna hope that tariffs get under control. There's not an increase in war activities globally, and that the market stabilizes and goes on an uptrend and stop being as volatile. So I hope this video was very informative to you guys. I wanted to give an idea to the normal person who haven't started trading yet, what is possible in the market, how much money they could make within a 6-month time, within an 8-month time, within a year time. And yeah, so thank you very much for tuning in, and I'll see you in the next video.